Hello and welcome to JPWHU Radio with me, your host John Phillips, also known as JP. On today's podcast, we are discussing everything that's happened since the last time I spoke to you this time last week from a West Ham perspective, and also see what else we can talk about. But if you want to become a Patreon to support this podcast and also the YouTube channel, links are in the description below. Otherwise, let's get to it. Okay, guys, so let's talk about everything that's happened over the last 7 days from a West Ham perspective. Obviously, the biggest news is Amada Staveley getting in contact with Vanessa Gold and the family to put in a bid of, as we've been reported, about £160 million to buy out the 25% shares. And I say buy out because regardless of what people are saying, it's not a takeover, it's a buyout. Two totally different things. She's not taking over the club. Amada Staveley may want to do that in the coming months and years, maybe, if it all goes through. But she was in conversation with the Gold family last week to sound them out about what their price was for the 25% shares. And it looks like on Friday, aka yesterday, at the time of this recording, that a bid was actually submitted for those shares. Now, that because it's board level, it has to be voted through. Even though Vanessa has and the rest of the Gold family have well within their rights to sell to whoever they want, not a problem. It has to be agreed by everybody else. That's the thing. So keep your eyes peeled on that. Unfortunately, we've lost Callum Marshall to Luton Town on a permanent undisclosed fee. And he was a kid that had very, very good prospects. You know, we all loved him a couple of seasons ago when he made his debut, had that really, really bad injury. So he was out for a few weeks, really bad head concussion, if I remember correctly. But he came back and really impressed everybody. But unfortunately, hasn't impressed Nuno. And also at the time of this recording, there's conversations that we could be losing Dan Potts, about to say Steve Potts then, Dan Potts to Bruges for £10 million by the looks of things. Again, a player that obviously Potts family, third of the Potts to play for West Ham. And as a result, we all got a little bit carried away. There is a player in there, 100%. There's a player in there, but at the same point, guys, it's a shame. It just isn't a little bit, to a lesser extent. I'd say very similar to Ollie Scarles, that I don't think they have the level to make it at West Ham. Don't get me wrong, very hard-working players, all three of them. Just not convinced that they are the right sit for, and I wouldn't be at all surprised if we hear about Ollie Scarles going out soon as well, for that matter. I'm not in the know in any shape or form. It's just my instincts. At the end of the day, if they're looking to get rid of Callum Marshall and they're looking to get rid of Dan Potts, then in my personal opinion, as I think those two players are better than Scarles, I wouldn't be at all surprised if Scarles goes out soon as well. But again, we'll have to wait and see on that. Now, today is the last day of pre-season. Something I didn't talk about in the upcoming video that's at the time of this recording is only literally a few minutes away from being uploaded and to YouTube. Well, it's being released on YouTube, literally a few minutes. So what I normally do is I normally do a video, and I might not do it because you guys would be able to listen to this, to sum up pre-season. Okay, so yeah, to sum up pre-season, it means nothing. Don't get me wrong, it's lovely for us to watch us play against the Shrimpers, as we did the other week in Stevenage and Celtic, Rangers last weekend, wasn't it? We'll talk about Celtic in a minute. And then obviously this German side that we're playing today, I've got no clue who they are, to be honest with you. Pre-season is all about fitness and match times. That's it. Nothing else. The results mean absolutely bugger all. Especially bearing in mind, if you cast your mind back, how long ago was it now? 15 years? 16 years? Yeah, give or take. Well, maybe a little bit longer than that, actually. But yeah. When we got relegated last time, we won every single pre-season game under Avram Grant. That's what I'm saying. Pre-season means nothing. Absolutely nothing. And of course, obviously, Lanzini got a bad injury. Sorry, Winston Reid, I should say, got a bad injury in that pre-season build-up that was broadcast on whatever weird preview channel at the time. So yeah, pre-season for me personally, no, agree or disagree, I don't mind. It's not a problem. For me personally, pre-season is only about seeing new players, and as we haven't got any, there's no point from that point of view. Yes, it's lovely to go and watch the boys play, see how everybody interacts with each other, etc., etc. Go to places you've never been to before, or love going back to for a season pre-season like it is when we played Dagenham and Redbridge, and Southend and all that sort of stuff. It's lovely to get down there, all those places. And just to mix in with the rest of everybody else that's from Essex, quite frankly, and obviously go up across the border, play up in Scotland. But talking of Scotland, there's a video that I've done over on Patreon. If you want to become a patron, as I said in the intro, links in the description below. I've done 4 videos now in relation to the players that West Ham are being linked with, I should say. And just to give you guys a bit more of a background on who these guys are. So literally yesterday a video went up about Arne Engels. There's also a video up there about Matteo Cancelleri, and also Dylan Lawler, and also Sidney Peck. So those 4 players, if you want to understand who they are in bigger detail, these videos are purely for Patreons only, unless any of those players become a West Ham player between now and the beginning of September, then those will be available for everybody else to watch. But that's the point of Patreon, just to sell it really, really quickly to you guys, is the fact that you can literally get everything in advance and also unedited, for that matter. So guys, go check those out. Literally for literally like £2 plus VAT to become an academy graduate. Have a video shout out once a month, a few other bits and pieces. And then if you become a starting 11 Patreon, which is literally £1 more, £3 plus VAT. So you're at the very best. You're looking at about £2.50. About £2.50 for an academy graduate, and £3.60 including VAT a month. You pay less than you pay more than a pot for a pint, and it's literally like the cost of a coffee. Yeah, those people that are on social media that say, buy me a coffee, they're charging you like £8 or £9, triple what you're paying for me. There you go. But anyway, back to the subject. Yeah, so as I say, it looks like conversations are happening between West Ham and Celtic on Engels. Martin O'Neill mentioned that in the conference that he did a day or so ago, mentioning that. So yeah, so there is movement. It just, unfortunately, I'm sure Nuno's going to use the board reshuffle and also the backroom staff reshuffle as an excuse not to have a pre-season with new players coming in. But if they do come in, of course. But it looks like, as I say, it's literally only been 3 weeks now since Nuno got his backroom staff the way that he's hoping to get it. I don't know if it is how he wants it, or if it isn't how he wants it. There's new people being linked still in relation to different players and whatnot. So, there are still a few things coming. But that's it, guys. Basically, that's it over the last 7 days. So this is going to be up in time to correspond with the YouTube video. But guys, in the meantime, have a fantastic weekend. It's going to get warmer this weekend than it has been over the last few days, probably closer back to how it was this time last week. But look after yourselves. Stay hydrated. Don't get dehydrated. If you're going to drink, make sure because there's one of the reasons why the video didn't go up until yesterday in relation to Amada Staveley, because I was out on Thursday night with the works guys for a summer party. My voice is still croaky. We ended up in a karaoke bar as well. So woke up Friday morning very dehydrated, not hungover, just tired and very thirsty. I drank about 3 litres yesterday. It was mental. So make sure you look after yourselves, behave, and so look after yourselves, guys. And I will speak to you very, very soon. All the best.